Hey guys, it's Wednesday, April 22, and today is, well, I got two cool banana guys back behind me, if that says anything. They got dance moves, they got sunglasses, cool bananas. I got my yellow shirt on today. Today must be a banana kind of day. I don't know why, because I don't even eat bananas. I hope you do. I don't know, I just don't like them. But something about bananas, kind of funny. When Clark was little, my oldest son, Mrs. T, used to draw faces on the bananas and stick them in his lunchbox. And when he would get to school, he would open up his lunchbox and see bananas with faces. And he would get embarrassed. He didn't like it very much. But it was pretty funny. One time, she gave him a superhero cape on the banana and drew a funny face on it. And he didn't like that either. But all his friends remembered seeing the funny bananas that was in Clark's lunchboxes. All right, everyone, we are going to be doing Math Speed Drill page 106, number 3 today. 106, number 3, so you can do that whenever you want to, whenever you get a chance, whenever you like to do it, I guess. If you want to do it first, you can do it first. If you want to do it last, you can do it last. Unless Mom or Dad tells you to do it a different time, it's up to them. So please take out Math page 288 out of your book. 288. We have kind of a review page today, reviewing some of the things that we already learned. And that is good. It's good to go back and practice the things we already learned. So, number 1 at the top, it says write the sums and differences. Sums and differences mean addition and subtraction. The sum is an answer to a plus question. Difference is the answer to a subtraction question. I hope you remember that. Now, the second part of our page today is something a little bit new for us. Here we have, it's kind of like a practice for those color in the circle tests. I think maybe you did them in kindergarten or first grade. Remember those, there was like a whole book and you would look at the question and you did it for like 3 or 4 days in a row and you colored in the circle every time you find the answer. Well, anyways, we're going to do kind of like that today. It says mark the correct answer, mark not here if the answer is not here. So they're going to give you a question. They're going to give you some choices. Maybe those choices have a correct choice, but if none of those choices are the correct answer, color in the circle for NH, because NH means not here. That means they didn't give you the right answer. Let's start with an easy one. Letter A is 7 plus 8. Is 7 plus 8 14, 15, or 16? Or is none of those answers right? Then you would color in not here. Think about which answer is correct. Letter B, 50 plus 32 plus 27. 50 plus 32 plus 27. Now, you'll have to add the ones place like we usually do, then add the tens place, see what answer you get. Is your answer 109, 139, 219, or if it's none of those, color NH for not here. Letter C, something plus 5 equals 13. It could be 6, could be 7, could be 8, or it could be none of those. Then you would color the circle for NH for not here. Letter D, 50 take away 30. Is 50 take away 30 80, 20, or 30, or is it not here? Now, remember we did these before? You can pretend the 0 is not there and do 5 take away 2. That helps. 5 take away 3, sorry. 5 take away 3. That helps me figure out those answers quickly. Hopefully you too. It's kind of like estimating the difference, really. Letter E, 731 take away 126. You'll have to use your steps. Start in the ones place, tens place, hundreds place. Looks like you'll have to borrow. And then is the answer 857, 615, 705, or is it none of those answers and it's not there, not here? Letter F, 12 times 5. You can count by 5s 12 times. Will the answer be 35, 40, or 60? Or is it not here? Letter G, 22 divided by 2. Now, there's 2 ways to do divide by 2s. I hope you remember them. You can chop it in half. If you know the double number that makes 22, you already know the answer. Or, if you don't do that, then you can count by twos till you get to 22. See how many it takes to get there. You'll have your answer. Is it 8, 10, 12, or is it not here, which means none of those are the correct answers? And last one, 7 plus 8 plus 3. Is the answer 20, 19, or 18, or none of those? That means not here. Now, we will be finished with that page. If you need more time, pause it and take all the time you need, and then flip it over to the other side, and then do a crazy dance, do a dance, do a dance, 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 dancey dance. Then when you're done with your crazy, crazy dance, then we're ready to start the other side. Here we see 4 pine cones. One of them looks weird. Okay, that's not a pine cone. That must be a squirrel or a chipmunk or something like that. I don't know. However they're trying to draw it there, it looks pretty cartoony to me. So name on top first thing. Number 1. Mark the circle under the fraction for the number of chipmunks in the group. We are going to have to use our handy-dandy brain for this one. Now, here's how we figure this out. First, count how many pictures there are altogether. Count how many pictures. I don't mean just pine cones, and I don't mean just chipmunks. I mean all the pictures together. Count them all. How many pictures do you see? I see 1 pine cone, another pine cone, a chipmunk, and a pine cone. So how many do we see? 4. 4 pictures. So we got to remember that number. How many of them are chipmunks? 1 of them is. So 4 altogether, 1 is a chipmunk. Look at the choices. 1/2, 1/4, 1/3. Remember our numbers. There are 4 pictures altogether. 1 of them is a chipmunk. Is it 1/2, 1/4, or 1/3? Cluesville. Number 2. Color the graph to show how many animals the children saw on their Rocky Mountain camping trip. So you're going to make a graph for this one, so you're going to need a colored pencil or a crayon. If you don't have one yet, I will give you 500 seconds to get one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 497 seconds later. Okay, 500. I think that was plenty of time. I'm glad I didn't have to count all the way to 500. That would have been so boring. Look down below the graph to see what numbers we're going to need to use. Elk, there are 10. Blue jay, there are 8. Marmot, there are 4. Moose, there are 2. And bighorn sheep, there are 6. So, we're going to need to use those numbers. Next important information is find out what they're counting by so we know how much each box is worth. Look on the left-hand side of your graph. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They're counting by 2s. So each box that we color in is worth 2 animals. Got to remember that. So we're not counting by 1s for this graph, counting by 2s. So let's look at the elk. Since elk comes first on the graph, let's look at the number down below, 10. So how many boxes are we going to color in for elk? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 5 boxes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're going to go all the way up to the top for elk because there's 10 of them. 5 boxes. And each box is worth 2 animals. Next is moose. Let's look down below. How many moose did they see? 2 moose. So how many boxes are they going to color in? Not 2 boxes. 1 box, because 1 box is worth 2 animals. So 1 box for the moose. Next is blue jay. The blue jay, they saw 8 of them. So how many boxes? 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 boxes, because each box is worth 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 boxes for blue jays. Next is bighorn sheep. Bighorn sheep, they saw 6 bighorn sheep. So 2, 4, 6. 3 boxes. Each box is worth 2. And the marmot is last. I'll let you try to figure out how many boxes you should color in for the marmot. If you're not sure, look at the pattern that we used. We counted by 2s for each box. And the marmot has 4 that they saw. All right, number 3 at the bottom. Mark the times and temperatures at the campground. I will let you figure those out on your own. Don't get tricked by the first clock. It's a 55 one. That means it's not to the next o'clock yet, but it's so close. So, and then do the temperatures and the clocks down below. You may pause your video, finish your page. When you are ready, I'll see you doing phonics. We're going to be doing phonics page 279 first. All right, it is time for, oh, I got itchies on my arm today. 279 for phonics today. This looks like a pretty easy one. We did these before a little bit. It's kind of seeing how different words are related to each other. We're going to finish the word webs. These look like those water skippers. If you ever went to Pine Creek sometimes, or different creeks, you'll see those water skippers that skip across the top of the water. They're really hard to catch because they're so fast. I don't know how they just float on top of the water like that. It's pretty cool. I wish I could float on top of the water like that. Like just spread out, like, ding, 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 bouncing all around. Finish the word webs. Suggested answers are given. So, whisper is the first word we're going to work with. Whisper. On the top left oval, looks kind of an orangish color, it says add ed. So for whisper, we're going to add ed to whisper, and we're going to make whispered. So write the word whispered in the top left box where it says add ed. It tells us what to do on that one. So if we add ed to whisper, we get whispered. Now let's go, after you finish that, go across to the purple box. This time we need an antonym of whisper. Does anyone remember what antonym means? If you do, 1 million gold stickers. Great job. If you don't, though, antonym is a word that means opposite. Opposites mean things that are very much different. Like boy, girl, day, night, hot, cold. Different. So what do you think would be the opposite of whisper? Right now, I'm making a whisper. What word could be the opposite of whisper? Well, there's lots of words that could be the opposite of whisper. It could be yell, or scream, or shout. All of those words could be the opposite of a whisper. Whispers are so soft and quiet. But those other words are loud. So, you could use yell, or scream, or shout, or something that means one of those things. At the bottom left corner in the green oval, one special sound. Do you see any special sounds in whisper? You know what I see 3 special sounds in whisper. You figure out one of them and write one of those special sounds from whisper in the green oval. And then in the red box on the bottom right, it says add ing. So we're going to add ing to whisper to make a new word. Whispering. I'm whispering right now. Whispering. And this is called a word web. We're following the directions of what it tells us to do to each word. When you're ready, let's start the flower word web. On the top left, it says picture. So draw a picture of a flower. Whatever kind of flower you like. Could be a sunflower, could be a tulip, could be a rose, could be a new flower that no one's ever seen before. Flower. So draw a picture of a flower. Now, after you finish your picture, we're going to go across to the orange oval. Sounds the same, which is called a homonym. There are words that sound the same but mean different things, like two, and two. T-O, T-O-O, and T-W-O. Those are homonyms. But we are going to find a homonym for flower. Now this kind of flower, F-L-O-W-E-R, means the kind of flower that grows outside, maybe in a garden or in the woods, or just in a prairie or something. But we're trying to find another kind of flower, and there is another kind of flower, the kind of flour that's used to make bread or cookies or brownies. And that would be spelled full and flake, ow and out, letter R, flour. It sounds the same, but but they're very different. You wouldn't want to use the kind of flours that you find outside to make cookies with. They would not taste good. They would taste all weird. But bread flour or baking flour is good for making food. FL, full and flake, ow and out, Letter R, flower. Bottom left, a rhyming word. Can you think of a rhyming word for flower? I'll give you some clues. Let's see. If you're strong, you have great pa-pa-pa. Not gonna tell you. If you get really dirty, you might have to take a sh-sh-sh. Not gonna tell you. If you have 60 minutes, you might have a... Not gonna tell you. Those are some rhyming words that I didn't tell you, but you can figure out your own that rhyme with flower. And then the bottom green oval is finding one special sound that's in flower. That'll be so easy for you since you are special sound masters by now. All right, when you're ready, you can pause the video if you need to. If you need to finish anything on this page, we'll do dictation together, and then we'll be done with this side of our phonics. The sentence I'm going to say goes like this. Don't cry over spilled milk. Don't cry over spilled milk. Now, don't is a contraction. It means do not, so put do not together to make don't. Don't forget your apostrophe where the O is missing. Don't cry over spilled milk. Take your time and do that. Pause it if you need to. If you need to hear me say it again, rewind it. When you're ready, I'll see you on the backside. Number 1, underline the root words. Circle the suffixes. So each of these words is a root word and a suffix together. Powerful, smelliest, colorful, darkest, shaggier, harmless, kindest, funnier. So we'll do a couple together, then I'll let you do the rest of them on your own. For powerful, underline power, that's our root word. Full is our suffix, powerful. For smelliest, underline smelly, circle est and biggest. Now if you remember suffixes, they always go at the end of the root word. Prefixes are the ones that go at the beginning. Suffixes go at the end. So you may finish part 1, underline all the root words, circle all the suffixes. Number 2, choose one of the words in the box and write an interrogative sentence. So look back at the box. Powerful, smelliest, colorful, darkest, shaggier, harmless, kindest, and funnier. Pick one of those words and write an interrogative sentence using that word. Remember, interrogative means a question sentence. So, if I was going to do it, I might pick, let's see here, I might pick smelliest. And I need to make a question sentence out of it. And I might say, is a skunk the smelliest animal? I used the word smelliest, and I made it an interrogative sentence. It's a question. I want you to make a different sentence using one of those words at the top. Make sure it's interrogative. Make sure you start with a capital letter and end with a question mark. Number 3, choose another word and write one declarative sentence. A declarative is a period sentence. It also starts with a capital letter. So I'm going to pick a different word, and I'm going to make a declarative sentence about it. Maybe I'll pick darkest, and I might make a sentence that goes like this. It is darkest deep in the cave. It's a declarative sentence, and it uses the word darkest. After you finish your sentences, pause it if you need to. Let's do part 4 together. Carl did a gooder or better job on his arithmetic paper this week. Which is the best word, gooder or better? Circle the word that you think is the best word. When Max dropped his soap in the tub, it sinked or it sank. Which one is the right word? Did the soap sinked or did it sank? Our cat likes to sit or set in a sunny place. Remember we figured out what sit means and set means? They're different. Our cat likes to sit or set in a sunny place. I will lie down for a short rest. Or I will lay down for a short rest. This is a little bit trickier. If you remember, lay kind of means the same thing as set. Like lay means to put something somewhere. Like I will lay my book on the desk, or I will lay my pudding in the garbage can when I'm done with it. Sophia has learned or taught about fractions this year in 2nd grade. Did Sophia learn about fractions, or did she teach about fractions? Please hand me that blue crayon. Which kind of blue is the right kind of blue? We know we need the color word blue. Is it B-L-E-W or B-L-U-E? Which one is the color word? All right, number 5. Here's one of those ovally things that we kind of did one before about alligators and crocodiles. I think it was 2 days ago, maybe. This time we're going to, instead of alligators and crocodiles, you need to pick a friend. It doesn't matter which friend it is. It could be a friend from school or a friend from baseball or wrestling or gymnastics. Whatever friend you think of. If you want to use a friend from school, great. If you want to use me as your friend, that's great too. So it says, think about you and your friend. How are you the same? How are you different? Fill in the diagram with some of your answers. Now, in the reddish part is where you put some things that are about you and your friend that are the same. Suppose Silly Banana Man is my friend. In the middle section, alike, I might put, we both have 2 arms. See? Crazy Banana Man has 2 arms. That's how we're alike. Also, we're alike, he has eyes. We both have eyes. We both have teeth. We both like to dance. We're both very cool. That's how we're alike. But in the me side, I would write how I'm different, and in the my friend side, I would write how my friend is different. Let me show you. How am I different from my cool banana man? I have skin. I'm real. My body isn't shaped like a banana. And for my friend, how is he different from me? He has a peel. He has 4 fingers instead of 5. Let's see, what else is different about the banana man? Well, he's a drawing, and I'm a real person, so I put he's a drawing. So those are ways that he's different from me. So me is how I'm different from him. My friend is how he's different from me. And in the alike section, how are we both alike? So that's how it works. You can pick a friend. Don't choose Banana Man. He's my friend. But you guys are also my friends too. All right, take your time and do that when you're ready. There's no history today. Remember, today's the day we're taking a break. Tomorrow we're starting science. Can't wait for that. So exciting. But I do want to finish up. We'll do Animals book, and then I'll do our cursive writing for the day. So we'll do cursive last today. Reading today is 142 to 147. If you remember, we're starting animals from around the world today, starting with sea otters. Sea otters are pretty cool animals. Have you ever watched any videos about sea otters? They seem like they're having a good time. Always having fun. Very playful animals. Like to play together. Up to 147. There's some questions on 145. And there's some questions on 147. Remember, don't write in your book. But see if you can remember what you read about sea otters. And then we'll do sea otters again tomorrow. And then again, there's like 3 pages of sea otters. Sea otters are pretty cool. I think you'll like them the more you read about them. And then after that, we'll read about panda bears. Animals from around the world. Okay, that's your reading for today. Last part is our cursive writing. I already have our lines up on the board. We're doing 2 letters again today. Why did I choose 2 letters again? Mostly because we don't use a lot of capital W's and capital X's. Especially in 2nd grade. Sorry about that. So, we'll start with capital, what did I say? W's and X's. Alright. Let's do W's first since I think they're top on your paper. W's start with a twist or a curl at the top. Down. Now it's kind of like boing. Boing. So it's kind of like when it bounces off the ground, it boings. It doesn't like do a round bottom, it just boings up like a bouncy ball. So around, down, boing, down, boing. So trace the ones at the beginning of the row. I'll do one more W for you. Around, down, boing up, down again, and boing up. These 2 do not touch the top line. So there you go. Not too hard at all. And let me tell you, X's aren't very hard either. let me show you X's. X's, go make a loop, go down to the bottom, make another loop, cross it up. Here we go again. Loop, diagonal down, another loop, cross it up. Loop, diagonal down, make another loop, cross it up. And that's how we make cursive capital X's. Pretty easy stuff. Alright, put my lid back on here so my markers don't dry out. Alright, that is our lessons for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope everyone is having a great day today. Peace out.